What is up, guys? Carter Wajenko from the Tackle right here, and today I got another in-depth Dobyns rods review. Let's get started. Alrighty, guys, so today I'm going to be doing an in-depth review on the 682 that I got with me right here, Sierra model, and I'm going to be going through some tournament footage from this year. I got a lot of footage, and this year caught several key tournaments where I caught fish using a jerkbait on the 682, and yeah, let's dive right into it. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to be going through some clips here, mainly of two tournaments. So the first one is Lake of the Ozarks. So there I bought the 683, and that's also a great rod, but in my opinion, it's more for like your bigger jerkbaits and your +1s and your +2s. But it did work for that tournament. So I had two keepers there, and I'm going to be going through them right now. So this is tournament. The water temp was like 30-something degrees during practice, and here it was like high 30s during the tournament. It warmed up a little bit, and I was having to fish this jerkbait really slow. So the other rod that's really popular with Dobyns is a 684 CB, and then also the 704 CB glass. And in my opinion, that'd be a great rod for what I was doing here. But as you're going to see in these later clips when I'm fishing for smallmouth and snapping it real hard, fishing it fast, that 682 is awesome because it's got a little bit heavier action than that 684 CB, and it makes it a lot easier to fish the bait, for long periods of time, because, fishing a jerkbait, it's a lot of work, especially when you're fishing smallmouth and snapping it pretty hard. But as you're going to see here, just fishing a gravel point, and here, I'll turn up the volume a little bit. Just fishing a gravel point and throwing the jerkbait over it. There's some wood up there, and I think, I would pull it over that wood, and those fish would come and get it. And I had two really good ones, like that. This one's like 3.5 pounds. As you can see, it's a 10-pound line, but for some reason I just fight my fish real. I like to play them a lot. And the other thing that I want to talk about is line and your reel. So that one, this situation, obviously I was using a slower gear ratio, like a 6-something. And then for line, I like to use very high quality lines. So either 10-pound Gamma Edge or 10-pound shooter. And you just need something that's really supple. It doesn't get curled up a lot, because what that curl is going to do in the line when you're fishing a jerkbait, so you snap it, and then the line curls up and it brings that bait forward. And the whole key with that jerkbait is you either want to have it perfectly suspended or you want to have it slowly rising up. And if the line is curling and that bait's moving forward, it's not a natural action. And I feel like you get a lot more bites with that higher quality line. And yeah, so let's move on to the next clip. Then this is another solid, I think this is my biggest one. Same point, just fishing it around real shallow. Those fish were kind of slid up later in the day, or this was in the morning, but I could tell they were kind of in that 5 foot range, just using a regular Megabass 110. The 682 is perfect for that regular Megabass 110, and then any junior sizes, it's great, as you're going to see in the next clips. And this is actually the shortest rod that I own, that 6'8", because when you're snapping it and the rod tip's down, it's pretty nice, not having that rod tip hit the water. I do like 7 foot and up rods, but for this kind of technique, it's really nice to have that shorter rod. But as you can see, that I'm using the 683 here, and it's pretty heavy, so there's not a lot of bend in that rod when I'm fighting that fish on a jerkbait. And I'm playing it a lot because I'm using stock hooks on a 110, and as you guys know, those are very light wire hooks. And then also, along with that 10-pound line, if there's a fray somewhere in there. There big one right there. Yeah, those are my 2 fish catches from Lake of the Ozarks. And then after that, I bought the 682 for this tournament for the St. Lawrence, and ended up using it, weighing in 3 out of my 10 fish, and my 3 biggest ones on the jerkbait, throwing it behind Brian Latimer. That day he had 22.5 pounds. Epic day of fishing. And then I had like 14, and I really got on this jerkbait deal later in the day, and I ended up catching several big fish on it. But they freaking smoke it, and they'll do it right by the boat. As you're gonna see, this one is probably the coolest jerkbait fish I've ever caught. Those current fish.
Got one. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, good crack, bro. Holy smoke. Eat it. I'm not gonna do that, okay? That's why I got the fish out. Yeah! Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was epic. Those smallmouth love to jump. But as you can see there, I'm snapping it a lot harder, fishing a lot faster. I used the 4-to-1 gear ratio reel for that, and that 682 was awesome. Didn't have to work very hard to snap that bait. Then we got this next fish, very similar. And as you guys are gonna notice, if you guys ever watch the tournament footage of me, it's I always say biggin. I always say biggin. It's just like my reaction,
Yeah.
right after I get bit.
Biggin. Oh my god.
And fighting those fish against the current on the St. Lawrence, it's crazy. 2-pounder can seem like a...
No. Keep going. Alright, he's coming. Yeah. Boat's about to get into the bait. There. Come on, dude. Just give up. Give up. Got it. Yes! Good job, bro. Thank you.
Another epic fish catch. As you can see, that fish didn't really get it there. But I was throwing a +1 junior. Getting it down there is really fast current we were fishing, and it was like a reaction bite. And they would hit it like 10 foot from the boat. So pretty epic. And then that last one, that's like a smaller fish. So going to switch over to the big camera here and show you guys a little bit more about this rod. Alrighty guys, so a little bit about this rod. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Sierra series, it's $180, so great value rod. And the 682 is actually only offered in the Sierra line. And it comes with a lot of the same things that you're going to see in your Champion XP, which is, in my opinion, the best value rod that they have on the Dobyns lineup, because you have, I think, close to 80 different models on the Champion XP lineup. But this Sierra, if you guys, don't want to spend that much money, this is an awesome option. It comes with all the same guides, Fuji Alkanite guides, same Fuji reel seats, same cork handle. Only difference is going to be the blank, so it's a little bit heavier blank, but still an awesome rod. And it's a 2-power rod, runs, in my opinion, I would say a little bit heavy compared to your Champion XP 2-power rods. But yeah, jerkbaits is pretty much all I use this for. Sometimes I'll use it for like a little more finesse stuff, like you could definitely pitch a drop shot with it, throw a very small jig. You just got to have the right reel, like something that'll be able to throw those lighter baits. But it's an awesome rod. Definitely leave some feedback down below, because I've only had this rod for a couple months now, but I absolutely love it. And maybe you guys have more experience with it, can leave some feedback and definitely leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you guys like the video. Let me know what you guys want to see this coming winter as far as content. And thanks again, guys, for watching another episode of the Tackle Rat. Peace.